Hey, good afternoon, Manchester, New Hampshire, and all the surrounding areas. And if I'm not the upbeat that I usually am, I'm going to apologize. But have you ever had one of those weeks or where you just, you
Yeah.
know? Plus, I'm worried about my son. So, folks, if you're in the listening area or whatever, if you can send healing prayers to my son, who hopefully he's going home today after many tests with his heart and all this other
Yeah.
stuff and breathing problems and stuff. So, I'm going to ask for all the healing energy we can get. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? And then too, and for not just myself, for everybody that's out there who has family members who have issues, or even any of us,
Right.
who have issues, and pray for me to get more upbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been that way? Where
Unbeat,
you've been
downbeat, no.
downbeat? You never been downbeat?
Well, I have, but not this week.
No, but
This has
before.
been an awesome week for me.
Oh, good. Tell me.
It's just everything seems to be great.
Yeah.
Everything seems to be great.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at something to prove in my house too, because I have to start feeling the pity. Oh, why has it happened to me? Actually, what's happening is I do a lot of reality check on things that I might have done wrong and going to be rectifying it, and I'm saying, okay, this was my fault. Now, how am I going to solve this
Right.
problem? And not boo-hooing to somebody else to solve it for me. Does that make sense to you? Because when you you have to take oh my goodness gracious, right here, I said, oh, I'm so beautiful. But, yeah, aren't you beautiful?
Absolutely.
Okay. But I think when we start taking responsibility for our actions, and that's when it starts to getting better.
Bridget, bring that mic right up close to you, okay? Thank you.
I saw today on a TV show that an excuse is a mistake that needs to be fixed. And I thought, wow, what a great analogy on that.
And that's what happened with me.
Yeah.
I mean, why I misapproached somebody not realizing it. And then, okay, now I've got to rectify this.
Right.
Okay. Now I've got to do this. Now I've got to do that, And I think when we start doing that, then we start feeling better. Mary, you got to come around on the side. Oh. Then we got to start doing that when we start doing that other one. By the way, we have a nice director. And you know what I like about my director?
What?
He tells me where it's at. And sometimes I need that. I need the understanding that maybe I'm doing something wrong. He was absolutely right about the political thing. And it wasn't the coolest thing to do. And I don't want to go back that way anymore. I don't want to fall back to where it was, to be the drudge that it was before. I want to go on. So
Right.
if you got anybody that wants to come on, let me know. I'm pretty, August and July and August are pretty open.
Okay.
Okay? And if anybody out there that wants to come on, don't hesitate to call either Bridget or myself, or they can Facebook you, right?
Yes.
You
Yes,
know?
absolutely.
And like that. And by the way, anybody that's going to be a co-host with me, sorry to disappoint you, but no one gets paid. Do I need a crying towel for you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I was really looking forward to that paycheck.
Well, Matt and I used to have a saying, right? When Matt and I were on, we'd say one, the union contract says, I'm entitled to this, I'm entitled, like a lot of fun, And I said, well, you can't have any more eats on the show or whatever. He said, but it's in my union contract. Well, I said, okay, no, folks, we're not unionized, we're only kidding around,
Budget's not that big yet.
Not yet. Not yet. I couldn't anyway. I'd be kicked off the air. I like my show too much to be doing that, And out of all these years, of 18 years going on 19, I think I've only missed like maybe 3, possibly 4, and 2 of them were weather-wise. Okay. And I've always said, oh, I really don't want to do it. Oh, I don't feel like it. But when you get in, it's a whole new
Right.
energy. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Because there's, like, when you do your volunteer work, do I really want to
I don't
do
get
it
paid
today?
there either.
No. Aren't we suckers? but you get paid in the rewards of watching knowing
Exactly.
you're helping people. Plus that other organization. Yeah, tell us about that organization that you have with the women that...
Well, I work with my father's house, which is a Christian ministry, and we're a homeless parenting shelter for girls 13 to 21 and pregnant and up to 2 children, which we mentor them, we take
Bridget,
them out.
I'm sorry, you need to get closer to the mic. You need to get that mic right on you.
Yeah, right on you.
We-
Put them on top of you. Ahem.
We mentor them and we take people out on adventures. My job is because I do it on the weekends. So if there's anything cultural or family oriented, playgrounds, there's a place in Lowell that does a free movie on Sundays. So we go to the free movie, we go to the playgrounds, we go to Lexington and Concord and a lot of museums. And
you say Tammy? Oh, Lexington and Concord.
Concord. Oh, my favorite place is the Old North Bridge.
Oh, yeah,
One of my favorite places. My second favorite, my really favorite place is Halibut Park in Rockport.
But you enjoy it, don't you?
Yes.
Now, is there a fee for them to be there?
Well, they have responsibilities because what we're teaching them to do is we're teaching them to be self-sufficient. So they have to cook meals, they have chores, they have to cook, they have to have their schedules, they have to let us know where they're going, what their schedule is, so that they can pre-plan. It's all about pre-planning. Because when you're out and you're on your own and you've got a child, you can't eat at McDonald's every night. No.
Now, do they allow the prospective father to come and visit?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, he can visit.
Yeah, obviously he can't stay with me.
No.
But he can. Oh, so they can really. Oh, that's
well because
awesome.
you're trying to keep the parents together.
Right. Yeah.
So we do encourage. We encourage the grandparents. We encourage the father of the child. We encourage siblings, everybody, because we want to keep the family unit going.
And how is the response on that?
With, it depends. Everybody's family situation is different.
How did you get involved with this? I'm going to put you on the spot today.
Well, you see, I volunteered at my church, and I was on the bereavement ministry, which we would help people put their bereavement masses together. Because when somebody dies, most people don't think about this, but like the Catholic Mass, you have your hymns and you have your gospel readings and you have all kinds of different things that we want to make it and my church wants to make it as personal as possible. And people just don't know what to do. So we help them plan the Mass. And I was there for one of the Masses, and I was joking with the priest because I hadn't been there for a while. And I said, I needed a job. I needed a job that paid, because he told me that he knew I'd find something to volunteer for. So I opened up the bulletin, and there was a help wanted ad. And I said that was like getting a board hit across my face. So
how long have you been doing it?
I needed to apply since 2015.
Oh, so quite a while.
Yep.
Don't plan on leaving soon.
No.
Now, have you ever had to rush somebody to the hospital when they're in labor?
Me personally?
Yeah.
No.
Like people at the staff?
It has. We've had to call the ambulance. I've had to take people to the hospital, but, I have not been blessed with that crisis. We just had a girl deliver a baby, and she was home with her mom when she went into labor.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now, do you encourage adoptions if the child can't be?
We encourage whatever the mother thinks is best.
Right. Because I don't believe that you believe in abortion.
No.
No. Okay. I couldn't support something like that. You know.
Yeah. No. Because if you terminate the child, then it's not a parenting program.
No. And many of the people that come to my office. Yeah, I do have a spiritual counseling office, people, and give me a call. I don't charge.
Isn't that spiritual?
Visionary.net.
.net, yeah.
Yeah, it's not on
usually I can read it.
We got the inside story there on there. Maybe they can take that off. Okay.
Or maybe it's just us that can see it.
North Community Corner there, and then I'm also excited.
Sorry about that, Norm. There you go.
There it is.
There we go.
Now I can read it.
There we go.
Lori said every time you mess up, it's spiritualityvisionary.net.
Right. There it is, folks, she'll say. But one of the things that, I have many people that come back after they've had you. Do I agree with it? No, but I also believe that it's a person's choice.
It is.
The only thing I do have a problem is they're married and they don't consult their husbands. That's my biggest problem. But I don't believe in abortion, so.
Right. But how do you feel about a guy who has a vasectomy and doesn't consult his wife?
Then I think that's just as bad. Okay, or if someone has the tube tied as a. Oh, by the way, folks, with our new psychic, our new healing pause event coming up, yeah, we'll pay for all the husbands to be neutered. I'm only kidding, folks. I'm only kidding, but I've been blessed with one son. Everybody told me, "Oh, how come you're gay, but you have a son?" I don't think my sexuality had anything to do with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I did have a little girl that passed when she was 36 hours old.
Sorry to hear
And
that.
I guess my third ex-wife, had a miscarriage with one too. So, when they say, "What, you're gay?" Nothing bothers me or upsets me any worse than, "You have a son, but you're gay." I'm happy all the time, aren't you?
Right.
You know, and I find it very insulting. Like a lot of ladies who go out with other ladies, people don't say anything about that. You know what I mean? If a woman who is going out with another woman might say she has two or three, well, you got to call her.
Oh,
Hit that button right there.
this one.
Yep. Hello, welcome. Go ahead.
Welcome to Norm's Community Corner. You're on the air. How can we help you?
Yes, hi, it's Sue. How are you guys doing today?
I am doing well. How are you, Sue?
Excellent.
Oh, this is my best friend
I'm glad that I
here.
can come and say hi, Norm. It's been a little while since I've seen you.
Yeah, her dad and I had so much fun together.
Uh-huh.
Don't we, Sue?
Yes.
We
They're
really.
like peas in a pod.
Yeah, we are. We went. He went to Dartmouth. I used to go up there a lot, and his dad. By the way, one of the messages I got was your dad is going to be fine.
That's good.
Okay.
He goes to Columbia tomorrow for the, to meet the gynecologist for the biopsy results. And do you think that they're going to need to do any kind of surgery
They
or
may have to do
procedures,
a
or you
mo-
think
no,
that they'll
no,
determine it was like a false positive?
Yeah. I'm looking at maybe like a minor surgery. Notice I said minor, anything.
Okay.
Okay. And her daughter is in Vienna. Her daughter is so tremendous. She is studying all kinds of opera songs and music.
Really?
Yeah. She's come a long way. It's an honor to know this family, Her son, Brandon, is now an Eagle Scout, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, and that's because he has good parents, How is Paul doing?
And they're motivated and they know what they want.
Yeah,
That's
well,
always
you
helpful.
encourage it. That's the thing, and she's very perfectionist. Believe me when I say that, right? So, but we love it. And every year
Yes, maybe to a fault, but yes.
and every year they've had a wonderful birthday party for me. They even had fireworks at one of my parties.
Really? When's your
Yeah.
birthday?
I don't have any more. I'm a triple
To
Leo
the
in
beginning
August.
of August.
Yep. So, when are you leaving to go to Europe?
We leave on Tuesday.
Oh, and how are you going to be gone?
We're going to be gone almost 2 weeks, and we're going to visit my family in Germany, and then drive down to Austria and see Corinne's recital, and then be in Vienna with my parents for a little while, and then we drive to Budapest for 3 days, and then to the Austrian Alps for 3 days, and then back through Germany, and we fly home.
Right.
And then we have to work the whole rest of the summer because we would have taken all of our vacation.
There you go. But it'll be worth it in the end. You're going to like Budapest.
Yeah, it just seems like such a cool place. I've been on my bucket list, and I've not gotten anywhere close to it. So
Well, see, your
I thought it'd be
dream
worth
is
checking out.
right. See, your dreams are all coming true. Well, you both have worked very hard for this, and you deserve to have that reward. Maybe I'll climb into your trunk and fly with you.
Well, I have to take a pretty small bag because the cars are little there, and Corinne has a giant suitcase.
Oh, that's right.
It's,
So how's Paul?
confined too small.
I wouldn't want to pay the baggage fee on that suitcase.
No,
Hey,
definitely not.
hey. Oh, this is Bridget, by the way, Sue.
Hi, Bridget. How
Hi,
you
Sue.
doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah. And then how's Brandon doing?
He is doing great. He just had his last day of school at high school, as a junior.
Yeah.
And he's got chemistry finals tomorrow, and several more finals on Friday. But then he's finished.
So what college is he going to go? He's going to go to culinary school, right?
Yeah, he's got, they call it Journey for Juniors. It's a 2-day program at the Culinary Institute in July. And you actually work with a chef and you stay on campus and you stay in the dorms. And, it's a great experience to get to know the campus and how things work a little bit better. And, they try to encourage the kids that are that committed to go to a program like that to apply when they're on site. And you'd find out, whether he gets in or not, and whatever the scholarship money is, and everything within a week.
Yeah.
So he may even know by the end of July.
Right. And one thing I do know, he's going to get 2 scholarships. And I also see him being accepted with no problem because he's a very intense, like his mother, very intense. And when he goes for something, he goes for the gusto.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll get in. And he's also going to apply to Johnson & Wales. And the good thing is he pretty much wanted to go to Culinary Institute forever. He had it on his screensaver since he was 12.
Wow.
But the good news is that we took him to Johnson & Wales, and I thought he was going to pretty much be like, yeah, you don't need to bother. But when he got there, he actually thought it was a really pretty cool place. They have 3,000 culinary students on a separate campus. And it's really pretty mind-blowing. It's a really neat place also.
Right, yeah. Well, I went to Vermont about 10, 12 years ago, and there was a place called Exit County, or a hotel there. There's a hotel. They had a...
Oh, yeah, I know where that is.
Right, and a cooking school. And that was fabulous. Plus, at that time, they were doing the icicle...
neat.
Icicle, picture
The ice
statues.
sculptures?
Yeah. Hey, Mary. Ice sculptures, so I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah,
Make
that
sure
is
you
neat.
send
I'm
me
sure
some
there's a whole
pictures.
class on
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Make sure you put up some video pictures on that trip.
You took a class on ice sculptures?
Oh, I said that the ice sculpture is probably it's a whole course in itself.
Oh.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, wait a minute, you can do that?
Yeah.
No, I don't know how to do it.
No,
I can cook, but it's all kind of basic stuff. Brandon does the over-the-top kind of items.
Oh my God, he's such a wonderful cook. I went to a cookout they had. Oh, he did a great job at it. And the exciting part is with Brandon, he got a American flag pole and a flag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the high school.
Uh-huh.
And that's how he got his Eagle badge. Just and it's been a very incredible and to work that and the time and patience that you guys have had with both of your children. Then Corinne, I love her. She's actually been on my show.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to having her before she goes back to college on the show one more time. Okay,
That'd be great. Yeah, she comes back with us, so she'll be here from late on July 2nd, and she'll be here through whatever day she goes back to school at the end of August.
Oh, well,
So
we'll have her on
probably. So we can try to figure it out.
Yeah, sure will. Because she has this high voice. I'll have to turn the volume down, but she's beautiful. She's come a very long way, hasn't she?
Yes, she has.
Yeah. Okay, Sue, we're going to let you go and call me when you get back, okay?
All right, sounds great. Thank you so much, and have a great
Have a
show.
great trip.
Have a great
bye-bye.
trip.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye now. Yeah, there you go. That's Sue. You remember Sue? She's the one that grabs the tickets and pays for the people. She can't be there this year. We have a runaway here, Mary Lemay, coming in and say hi to everyone. Thanks for coming in till last minute, Mary,
I love the
Yeah,
That's me.
Yeah. So it gives you something to do today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
While you were dreaming about St. Martin.
Yeah, someone went there and they came back with it. Every time somebody goes somewhere, they always bring something back for me.
isn't that a wonderful
I
feeling?
like that, yeah.
Isn't it?
I like that.
That means that you might want to pull your mic up. Hey, how's it feel to be sitting over there, Mary?
No.
Different, huh? Now you know how I feel when I sit over there.
I know, it feels different.
Yeah. What I'm thinking about doing, I'm going to redo it again. Maybe like you sit here and you sit over there. You two can ask me questions about the. What do you think? Like that a cool idea?
That's good.
So it would be she sits over here and you sit over there.
Yeah. Maybe that one
like
of them.
that day I had everybody on.
Yeah, yeah.
I enjoyed that part.
Yeah, it's, well, I sit over there and go, what am I supposed to be doing now, right? And it is a lot different, when you sit
think
over
so?
there. Yeah. Because your job is to answer the phone and say, welcome to North Korea. And I'm over here just always looking pretty, That's a hard thing.
So I get to do all the work and I don't get paid?
That's right.
Wow.
That's in my
I
union.
need to renegotiate my
Oh,
contract.
well, that's in my union. But that's in my union contract, see? That my I get paid with the code. Well, we're only kidding. No. Mary, do you pay your co-host?
Of course.
Now you're going to make me look bad.
Of course. I buy them something.
Oh, okay.
Even if it's $1 or something.
No, there
Yeah,
you go.
even
there you
sometime
go.
when
Maybe
I
I'll
get
bring you in a
first time.
rose. You like flowers?
Always.
All right, maybe I'll bring you in a rose. Well, Lori, this is from Lori.
Yeah.
Okay, and I noticed that when I haven't started really doing the Buddha thing, seriously, the practicing with Buddha and stuff like that, I start feeling everything goes backwards. So I'm going
Right.
to start bringing
So-
it back in on my show again.
He wasn't here last weekend?
No, and he wasn't here for quite a while. Yeah, I made up my mind. I think you'll agree with me, Mary, that my show was kind of like disappointing because it's not, it's a political show, and I don't want to do
no,
that.
I don't want to go there anymore.
No.
No, sir.
Only one guy I
That's
thought
fine.
about asking, Bob Burns, but I think I'm not going to go there anymore either.
Yeah.
Folks, don't talk anything about politics with us. We're not going to reply. We're going to, unless it's really important,
That's it.
Like what,
Breaking news.
Huh?
Breaking news.
Right. Like that, what's his name, that movie actor?
Oh,
that,
yeah.
That won the awards. I don't care whether it's Trump. I don't care who it is. What's his name?
I don't
Yeah, I know it was on the Facebook and it's been all over the
all
world,
around
yeah.
where he said F to Trump and all that stuff. And a Golden Globe Award. That's not appropriate to be there.
Well, the way that I feel right now, it doesn't really make a difference whether you like Trump or not.
No.
You need to support the country.
I agree.
You
I
know.
agree. Right, Mary?
Yeah,
It's got to be all
country
about
is
the country
important.
and all about our troops.
it definitely.
Because they're the ones that are
What,
going out there.
how many? Oh, hey, how many people out there know what June 14th represents?
I know.
Yeah, me too. But we won't say.
Give us
I
a
know.
call on what it represents. I'll give you a 5-minute reading. And Paul will tell you if you're right or not. Right, Paul?
Let's make that the trivia question.
Oh, okay. Trivia question is what does June 14th represent?
Along the lines of what, Norm? Are you talking politics, a holiday? What is it a holiday or something?
No, it is a day.
it's
Yeah, kind of like a holiday.
It's a day of remembrance.
Right, a day of remembrance.
All right, I'm going to look it up to see what it is exactly you're getting at. So
Okay.
I'll figure it out.
Okay, I already know.
It's easy, Paul.
See, this is the
Surprised he
problem.
don't know it.
Huh?
I'm surprised he don't know it. Shame on me. I mean,
Oh, shame on Paul,
I'm having
right?
a brain fart. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to be like,
Okay.
oh, that's what
He's
it
in
is.
director
Yeah.
mode, not.
Right, yeah. See,
I'm kidding, Paul.
I have a great director here.
yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when he told me he was disappointed last week, that really hit the chord. I
Yeah.
respect that, But if any of you know what that represents, give us a call at 640-3091.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever had one of those blah days or blah weeks?
Yes.
This is what's been happening to me.
Yeah.
And
I
so,
had a couple.
Yeah, and that's week. So I burned some sage, and that seemed to help, and that too. So you also, Amy has a nice store, right? Well, not his store. Is it her store or is it the other guy's store?
It's Scott Wells, is the owner, director,
Whatever.
of Sticks and Stones.
Yeah. Okay.
Normally I wear their jewelry, but today this is not.
I think that is very appropriate. I'm getting a lot of positive energy from that.
Yeah.
Norm, is it somebody's birthday?
Nope.
Nope.
Well, actually, it is.
Yeah.
You said June 14th, right?
Right.
The flag. That,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's your boyfriend in the White House's birthday. Then.
No, sir.
Really? Oh, okay.
No.
Born on the appropriate day. All right.
I'm surprised that I haven't heard that.
Yeah, but it's another day.
Yeah.
So June 14th.
Oh,
All right,
say,
I'll keep
can you see my love?
So it was the day that. All right, never mind.
You'll find it. And actually, and part of that is what was the woman's name who made
Yes.
the flag? Oh, shoot. Well, they won't know what that part means anyway.
They know
Ow!
that one.
She assaulted me. Hey. Folks, I just got assaulted. My co-host is applauding over it. Ah!
Get away, come closer.
anyways, so there are 2 questions actually in trivia. So we will give you a free 5-minute reading on this one.
There's actually so many questions that you
On
could
that one.
ask.
Yeah.
You know, so many questions.
To that one.
Oh, that person! I'm still getting the name of L, like a Leon or a Larry or something like that.
She
or a
said
Lee.
possibly a Peter.
Peter. Yeah, I'll go along with that's her first name,
You know,
but the middle name is an L.
I'll have to look because I you know, I dabble a little in a little bit of everything, and so I did a little bit of genealogy. Most of it's on my mother's side, not my dad's side. But I'm gonna have to ask. I'm really curious. Like I said, she did 2 more pictures for me the other
I want to
night.
enjoy her
Hands
coming
off
on
the
the show.
mics, please.
Yeah. Oh yeah. if
I wanted to make sure it was close.
It's perfect. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
but if you can, I would love to have her come on the show. Or if you give me the email, or is she on
Yeah.
Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay, on Facebook or you can, whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you know, it's
She would-
funny because they say that before you see a psychic, like if you're going to a gallery or something like that, you should set your intent.
Yeah.
You know, so like if you want, because you never know what spirit's going to come through.
Yeah.
So you may want to talk to Sally, but Fred comes.
Yeah.
Because you didn't send your intent.
Well-
Now, when the day before, I set my intent that I wanted a group photo. Because I know that I have angels around me, and I know, you know, I mean, every time, especially when I mess up, I can hear them chatting at me. So I set my intent for a group photo, and she did 2 photos for me. Or
Now,
she did 2
what does
sketches.
she do? Does she look at you, or does she just does a?
Well, you know, you sit with her, and you talk a little bit so she can get into your energy. She'll hold your hands, and she'll repeat your name, and she'll say a prayer. And then as she starts to read you, you can see her start to sketch.
Oh,
And
there's
as
a-
the
Oh,
reading
that's
goes on,
neat.
she
Yeah.
sketches through. Yes, she sketches
Yep.
throughout the whole reading. And my girlfriend, I don't have enough space on my phone. I have way too many pictures that I need to delete. So my girlfriend used her phone, and we recorded it. So as she was getting her reading, I kept coming up so you could see the sketch as it was happening, and hers was unbelievable, you know. And then mine, she kept saying that she did the first sketch, which she said is my grandfather, and then she did the second sketch because she said my mother kept coming through, and my mother wanted hers done. You know.
Wow,
Your
that's-
mother
I
is
like
very
that.
persistent, isn't she?
Absolutely.
Like her daughter,
Absolutely.
like Mary.
That.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, she says sometimes she's spot on, and then other times it's just, you know.
See, that's what people don't
I'll
understand
have to
about.
show you the other 2 pictures.
Please do, yeah, on Facebook or whatever. Yeah. What people don't understand and when we do spiritual readings, we're not always correct. Okay,
Yeah.
we actually will go with what the spirit tells us to do. I've actually had people block me so because they didn't, you know, say because they don't want to hear this and they're afraid, and you know, say if you're gonna block me, then I can't help you. You know, because I said you got to bring your guard down. You
Yeah.
know, and I have to tell you, I've been so blessed with people from many different countries. A lady, like she just said, my friend Sue, she's beautiful. And next, they have a birthday party. I go to that. Like I said, they had fireworks.
Well, that's why I was curious if your birthday was like on the 4th of July.
No,
You know, and they had the
August 6th.
fireworks anyways.
Yeah, August 6th.
That's the day I bought my first car.
Right? And wouldn't you know, we no one that got done, the policeman came in. So, you know, that's okay. It was all good. But I have been in many beautiful homes. I have been in many, well, should we say not so beautiful, I'll put it that, I'll be nice. I actually walked into a home and actually walked out of it. That's how bad it was, you know. I said, I looked at her and I said, you know, I have to call the welfare on you. I used her phone.
Really?
Yeah. I think I am like you are, and like you are,
Sometimes
Mary.
you have to.
And now, if you're going to tell someone you're going to do it, you damn well better do it. Don't.
Yeah.
You got the children who are running around with, you know, the Thames, is that what they call it, that full of poo-poo and all that stuff, and the house was just, and you know what? Her mother actually called me like 3 weeks later and thanked me because now she's doing really good. She got her house fixed up. She, like you said, like when you and the girls that come to your house, that you do the proper, you train them to be proper. You train them to be, how to take care of responsibility.
Right.
Yeah.
And we didn't have that type of thing back when we were growing up, right?
That's
Mary?
true.
And what always provoked me was they always blame the woman. I think that
That's true.
back in the old days,
Yeah.
or a woman would be sent away to a private home.
Yep.
And
She wasn't allowed to stay home when she was pregnant.
Yeah.
They had to away Pawondas or something that they had to go to if they were under 18.
Yeah, there was this one girl who I liked a lot. She thought, and all that. And she got mixed up with this guy who was super rich and all that. And she got pregnant. Of course, they sent her away immediately because they didn't want to embarrass their family. And he walked around like he was Mr. King Tut.
Yeah.
And I don't know what made me. I was only like 15 or 16. I went to him and said, "You're not a hero." "What are you talking about?" I said, "You get a lady pregnant, you're not a hero. Maybe you can run around and pat yourself on the back and see how many people, because money talks and people walk, And he said, "You talk to me like that again, I'm going to punch you." I said, "Go ahead." But I said, "Believe me, I could really ruin your family, so I wouldn't do that if I were you." Because they're not heroes.
Yeah. No, they think they are, but they're not.
And another, or they get all these guys to lie and say, this and that. And I admit that we've come a long way with this. Do you agree? I also believe this: men should have to suffer the consequences of the labor pains, the morning sickness, and all of that.
agree
I
with that.
did.
If they went through it, they probably wouldn't get all these women pregnant.
No, they went bragging about what a big macho man they were.
That's
I'll tell you,
right.
my girlfriend, her daughter was 16 when she found out she was pregnant. And one of the things that she did, and I'm like, I don't know if I could have done this because this was probably 15 years ago. She said that the two of them were going to live together. So she said, "I don't care if he moves in with us or you move in with him, but the two of you are going to live together because he is going to see what you go through. He's going to see you getting up every night. He's going to see you in agony. He's going to see you being miserable. He's not going to get to go out and, party
What
with
a
his
great
friends."
idea.
And at first I was like, I don't know if I could have done this back then. But her daughter and the child's father have gotten married. They have 2 kids. They still live together. They're still together. And I think that if she didn't do it like that, they wouldn't be together. But she was, she.
Hard love.
Yeah.
Okay. I get upset when I hear the mother or the father say, "Well, they're going to disown the child." That because she's pregnant, they're gonna just or I get upset when I hear a parent look at what all I've done for you. And so the lady, I guess this is the topic we're gonna be talking about. So all I've done for you, and you don't appreciate what we've done for you. You don't appreciate what sacrifices we made for you.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard people say that to their children?
Oh,
I have.
God,
Have
yeah.
you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then, and it breaks my heart when I hear that. Or I'll look over where I live. I'll look over the parks there, okay, and half the people are not paying attention to their children. They're too busy texting.
Yeah, how true, huh?
Yeah.
How true. And that's how the kids either run into the street, they get hurt, because the parents don't watch their kids.
By the grace of the Holy Spirit, as you want to call it, or I don't call it God, I call it the Holy Spirit, same thing. And no child has yet been hit.
Yeah, thank God.
And half the kids don't even look when they're crossing, And the people that first moved in to the building when they came in from Nepal, wonderful people. I don't care, And we all got along fabulously well. And these people, there were 2 and 3 jobs, and then they became citizens, which I thought was awesome. What happened with the church that brought them over, the Lutheran church, they actually abandoned them.
Oh.
Really?
They actually abandoned them.
Why?
Because their job was all done.
Their job was to get them here, and once
Yeah.
they got him here, they were.
Yep. They would come over to bring them clothes and stuff like that, that's about it. And I said, how you do it to one of the nuns? And she looks at me, I said, lady, you know better than I am. Just
Oh, I
because
hate
you
that when they
hide-
do that to
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Oh, God.
I said, just because you wear a habit, don't think you're any better than I am. I
They
said,
wear
"No."
a habit now?
Yeah, these Lutherans.
I haven't seen a nun in a habit, and I can't tell you how
Oh,
long.
yeah. And I looked at her and I said, just because, you're not any better than I am.
Mm-hmm.
You think you're doing all these good things, but then you guys abandoned them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the government says that within 8 months they have to have a job or they're going back to their homeland.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
And every one of them worked 2 and 3 jobs. One kid is working now. He went to college at Syracuse. The state paid for it or whatever. And that's okay because they're making something out of them.
Right.
The other one is doing physical therapy. He's going to get, and they're great people. And I'm the white grandpa.
How's the cooking?
Good.
Because sometimes you can just smell, and it's like it smells
when the,
so
oh, yeah.
I
When
know
the
when I
first
used
house,
to go into in his
Oh,
apartment, and you have to pass their apartment. Oh my God, the smell was delicious. You could smell. I'm going, where is that?
and the good part was, whenever they had a holiday, they always made sure Scott and I had some of their meal.
Isn't
Uh-huh.
that nice, though? Isn't it? That's
That's
nice.
what makes it all worthwhile. If we could just love each other,
Yeah.
support. The only thing I did do, I grabbed the guy who grabbed this young girl who had a mental problem, emotional problem, and he grabbed her like this. I said, you never, ever do that again in front of me. Well, she's mentally cuckoo. I said, I don't care. You don't grab the child by the head of the head.
Oh God, no.
I said, not here. That's not acceptable. And then they had another lady who had a child. They took the baby away because she had a breakdown or whatever. Okay. But I noticed in the culture that they have that the children aren't normal, so-called normal, whatever. And they kind of treat them like, and that breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Every child.
Yeah, but didn't our culture not treat our children that were disabled,
the same way.
they just
Yeah.
kind of like pushed them off
Put 'em
into
out.
They
a.
did.
Yeah, so I'm not saying yet, but we've come, believe me, we've come a long way. 'Cause
Yeah.
when I first started at the Laconia State School and Training Center, you know what that is, Mary?
Yeah. Oh yeah, in Concord,
No, up in Laconia.
Laconia. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know what that
okay.
one is. Yeah.
And these are called, first it was known as the feeble-minded school.
Yeah.
Then it was known as the retarded school. Then it became the Laconia State School and Training Center. Let me tell you, I kind of wish they never closed that school down, because a lot of the children that are out on the outside like that, a lot of them that were not ready.
Mhm.
And they had beautiful pool for the kids to swim in. They had a hall. They had everything. And half of them were not ready. They put one man into a room down here in Manchester. The guy was blind and had a hard time hearing. They abandoned him. He died of a heart attack because he was so frightened. Government said to,
I know.
and I don't
Yeah.
agree with it. Don't you? I think every one of us have a handicap in one way or another.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you think, Mary?
Yeah, it's a shame when I'd say about 2 weeks ago, I saw somebody. You could tell because they were in what they call it wasn't a carriage, but it was a stroller for the kid that was handicapped.
Who was that? Yeah, your phone.
No, I leave my phone with.
No, it wasn't mine. I don't have that one.
Well, I never made that kind
That's a
of
new
noise.
one.
Yeah.
And he would go like this, And I don't know if he wanted a bottle. I would say he was 4 or 5 years old.
Mhm.
But it looked like he couldn't walk. And he kept going like this, but he couldn't say nothing.
Yeah.
And the bottle, I guess, was underneath something. And he go like this, try to get the bottle. And she slapped him.
Did you saw it?
I saw it.
Should tell the police. Anytime you see that,
And I says, lady, what are you doing to him? I said, he's going like this. Looks like either he's hungry, he wants a bottle, or something. Oh, I got it. And she took the bottle, she threw it down. So I made a phone call. Who are you calling? It's none of your business, but you will find out.
oh, I tell them.
Yeah.
Like that.
That was
Lemay,
an assault on that
Oh,
poor
absolutely. I will tell them if like what I told you about that woman. I told her I called her welfare, and I do. I'll do it right in front of them. I'm not going to hide it. I never like over in the park, and there was this young boy kicking his mother, and I said, "Why are you allowing him to do that?" She said, "Because if I try to stop it, her husband would beat on her."
Absolutely not. No, the child doesn't get to disrespect.
No. But and then I
But
guess,
you have to respect the child too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't expect the
respect
child
her
to.
in two ways.
Yes.
Okay. My favorite saying is, I hate to hear it, don't do as I do as I say. My dad was very good at that, while he's beating on me, you're going to do what I tell you to do, not what I do, And as much as I cared about my dad, I can't honestly say I respected him. I can't honestly say I loved him. I can say I cared about him, and, so like that too. By the way, your mother, and tell me how proud she, with your permission, okay. Your mother and tell me how proud she is of how you're really stepping up to the plate. You're becoming a very strong, independent woman. You're doing things that she would have liked to have done, like having your own TV show. She was beat down so much by other people that you took the power in your own hands and says, no one's going to beat you down. Does that make
You
sense?
see me, you see my mother. I'm a spitting image of my mother.
Oh,
The
God,
older
but
I
you
get-
poor lady.
Was her name Mary also?
Yeah, I'm named right after my mother.
Oh,
I'm a
you
junior.
poor lady,
My
Mary. You
license
poor
has a
thing.
junior on
To have it.
Does it?
Yes, it is. I'm a junior.
Yeah.
Just like, what's it, the Sinatra's, Nancy Sinatra's daughter, she's a junior.
Really?
Yeah.
She's the one that said those boots are made for walking. Right?
Absolutely.
I love that song, did you?
That I always thought that was made about me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was always ready to go.
I dressed in drag with that song one time. And the real high boots on
The
and
white
the short
boots.
skirt. Oh, let me tell you, I was going into that. All of a sudden, man, I was going like this. You don't play to that song. You walk in high heels.
I would
It's
love
going
to
be
see 'em.
something. Oh, my God. I was
Yep. No, my mother said that song because I was always, anytime somebody said we're going someplace, I was up and ready.
And you still are.
Yep.
Nothing is ever going to hold you back.
I don't think so.
Not even your health.
I don't have time.
No.
I don't have time. My doctor told me once, because of everything that I have been through, she said that out of anybody that she's ever met, I should have had a nervous breakdown. And whereas I hadn't, when I'm going to have one, call her so she can schedule it in because there's always too much going on in my world too.
Well, you don't have time for it.
I don't.
No. And you'll do positive. Mary is actually one of my miracle workers, actually.
Yeah.
She's overcome so much adversity with health-wise, am I not
Oh,
correct?
God.
Oh,
I
yeah,
never want to go back to where I was.
She really does. And last year, man, I thought we were going to lose her a couple of times.
Yeah,
Lori and I were
can't
really
tell you how many
worried.
times I ended up in the hospital with
Yeah.
pneumonia.
You think your TV show helps you?
I think it does, yeah, I really do.
Yeah, because it makes you have something to look forward
Yeah.
to. By the way, Crystal will tell me, how dare you to abandon her?
I know, I told her I had to leave.
Yeah, she's not very happy with you
No,
right
she's
now.
not. She was laying on me when you
Yeah,
called.
yeah. And Crystal watches my show.
Yeah, she does. In fact, I left it on.
Yeah, she really does. And then animals do. They may not see like my dog. By the way, there again, I believe in miracles. I thought I was going to lose my dog. I don't know if I told you that. Wow, she's going good. She's eating. She's
Good.
doing that. Doing a lot of. Well, she's 15.
Yeah.
15. Almost 15 and a half, and she's just been
That's old.
amazing. Yeah, for a Chihuahua. And every day I count she has this thing at 6 o'clock in the morning, and she'll either come up and hit my bed or just sit there, and you can feel her presence there staring at me. Well, you're going to get up or what?
Yeah. That's so cute. I love that when mine do that.
Oh, yeah. And then Scott will take her, and then we'll fix her morning snack, And if you think pets are not important, then you've never
They
owned
sure
a
are.
pet.
They're my life.
Yeah.
My cats are my life.
You had pets, right?
Fish.
Fish? Well, they're pets, right?
I have nothing to do with them.
Your husband does? You talk to him?
Yes.
All right. And they respond to him, don't they?
I have no idea.
I bet you they do. They're
Yeah, they
He
do.
doesn't do it when I'm around. I just know that he does.
Yeah. Well, they come up and talk to him.
He probably would think that I would think that he was crazy for talking to the fish.
There's nothing-
But it's a saltwater tank. and where I put a lot of cream on, if I put my hand in the tank,
It would kill the
it would
fish.
kill the
So,
fish.
yeah.
So,
Well, you can talk to them on the outside.
you know,
They stick
I'd
their
take
tongue
pictures.
at you. Yeah, they stick their tongue at you.
I bet when I'm trying to take their picture.
Animals know. Don't you
They
think?
sure do.
You know, like my dog, she doesn't like her picture taken,
Oh,
so I have to
Crystal
catch it on the
loves her
run.
picture
Does
taken.
she?
Oh, I just say, I'm going to take a picture, and she'll sit right there. Sit right there. Let me take a picture. And I'll take one or two, and she'll put a paw up more, please.
And you see,
Yeah.
when I see them on TV, like the Animal Rescue League, I
Oh, that
block them
breaks
off.
my
I
heart.
can't deal with how they rescue this dog or how they do that. To me, they use the worst type of animal to get donations.
Mm-hmm.
That's like when the children, when they cancer and all.
Yeah.
I had to change the channel.
Yeah, you're like me. I can even on Facebook, I'll get
Yeah.
them, and I it hurts my. I
So I hide
can't
'em.
watch it.
Yeah, I hide them. I
What
can't.
happens.
Even when the joyous ones get adopted and stuff.
Oh, I
you
love
know,
that.
That's anything that will make, I'm sorry, but that's, maybe we should start doing that with a healing pause, But I actually look at that. Folks, we are having a yarn sale July 28th. If everything serves me correctly, we're going to get the approval. And then I got the paperwork in today. We're going to be making that out for Healing Pause spiritual event, the first annual fall for Healing Pause, even though I've done it before. And I had a lot of fun doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is really different. I had people that
It's
are
different
actually
this time.
right, and I actually had people working for me, and the money is actually going to my organization.
Yeah.
So I should say our foundation. I called Mary up at 10 o'clock at night. I said, by the way, Mary, you're the chef or the one who's in charge of the food.
Well, we should have Brandon help her.
Oh yeah. Oh, he does usually. That family all helps.
Mhm.
They do. They bring in the water. They all help and stuff like that. But she's not. She's going to be going to a reunion at that day. So we'll have another one. I want to have one in the spring and one in the fall. I usually do twice a year, and we make pretty good. Okay. And once again, folks, I don't make any money. Mary doesn't make any
No.
money, and there is a fee. So if you want to contact, actually, they can contact you, right, Mary?
Yep,
And
they
you
can contact me,
us.
anybody
It might
that's
be
on there.
Facebook, or you can contact. I can't remember Elizabeth Miller. She's our treasurer. We have a lot of people that you can contact. If you want to get a hold of you can always send the info over to us.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's going to be a great time, and we got a great deal. For some reason, I really didn't want to go back there, but the Spirit said, you're going back there. And now we have parking,
Oh, good,
okay?
good.
Now we have parking. And, folks, if you're going to have to smoke that smelly cigarette, you got to go down by the hot sidewalk. No
Yeah,
more.
definitely not near the doors.
No more by the doors. This is my rule. The church isn't really. It's my rule. I've had too many people that come in and they say, oh, it stinks, and they won't come in or
And
whatever.
it'll choke you.
And what used to kill me, I have a vendor, she's not coming this year, and then when complaining about burning incense, the essential oils and stuff like that, but she'd go out and smoke a cigarette. Which is worse than the smelling, But when people come and Mary has, her bees go very quickly, and now that we got the bread maker, we're going to make up bread I love my bread maker.
I love the smell of fresh cooked bread.
Oh, yeah.
My mother used to make her own.
And,
But I can't make them, which I love to make my mother's bread, but my place is just too cold. Nothing would rise.
No.
my woman, you have a bread making machine, right?
Yeah, I got one,
That
Yeah.
went in that.
but I'm not used to that. I'm used
Oh, it's
to
great.
knead it and, and
Yeah.
let it rise and knead it again and
Yeah.
then let it rise again. She did it 3 times.
Yeah. Well, this
And when
does it
came up
all.
in the
Yeah.
oven it went.
Yeah, this does it all.
Yeah,
And it cooks it too.
yeah.
We made, my friend Ted gave it to me as a gift. And one thing I do want to talk about with people, and I would never, ever recommend Fingerhut to anybody.
That's the catalog that you, okay.
Okay? First they were great. Okay. I sent back a bread maker a month ago, and they're still telling me they haven't received it yet. Now, first they're blaming the mailman that they're doing this, they're doing that. So, folks,
You didn't send it back, return receipt?
Yeah.
I would have gone and had somebody had to sign it.
My mailman did all that for us. Okay, he took it, and I have a great new mailman. Okay,
Did he give you the receipt on that?
he will when it
return?
comes back. Yeah, once he
No,
receives
he's
it.
supposed to give
Oh,
you
no,
one.
he did. I have that. Yeah.
As long as you got that.
And
Well,
that's-
if you know the numbers, you can
Oh, yeah.
you can go online and you can look it up.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm gonna
see
have to
where
do, too.
where it's
Yeah.
at. And if it got to them,
Because I said to the lady, or the people, after I got through talking to this one guy, okay, he said, "Oh, this is not my department. I'm the building department." I
oh
said,
my God, I hate that with a passion.
"Why are you talking to me then?" I said, "So if it takes a year, I'm still going to have to pay that off, and I'm not going to get any credit for it." Sir, I'm sorry. Nothing I hate any worse than somebody keep saying, "I'm sorry, sir."
Yeah, but they have a script that they have to.
I don't
They,
care.
they have a paper right here where they
Yeah.
have to go by.
Yeah, but even in the stores, "Oh, I'm sorry," or wait to know, "I'm sorry." No. You know, if you meant it, that's one whole new ball game. That's like Tammy and I went to Blake's, and I'm not going back there anymore. You know, I've always praised Blake's, right?
Yeah, which one is that one?
The one on South Main Street. I had an omelet. I don't like all that brown stuff on an omelet. Do you?
The brown stuff?
Yeah.
You mean like the almost burnt
When they
looking?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Do you?
She loves it that way. Yeah, right? Because remember I set my
You
back?
can burn it for me.
Yeah, you know. I set it back twice, and it still came out
That's
the same
because
way.
they cooked it.
Right, they cooked it too. And I said, "No, this is the same one you sent me."
Yeah.
And then my daughter-in-law ordered the French toast with the bananas and something else inside. They didn't come, and they burned that too.
Really?
Yep. And then the waitress says, "Oh, I was thinking about putting your order in." Then I guess I got thinking about something else. I said, "Okay." I said. Then I make up my mind. Says, "You know what? I'm not going to say anything anymore bad about any restaurant. If I can't say something positive, I'm going to do it here, of course." But I find that I like the back room.
Oh, you can't get any better than the
No,
back
you know,
room.
the waitress will act like she was in a hurry.
In the back room, they got to get them moving. 'Cause
But
some people,
when you're eating there, they want to take a plate, or do you want me to
there's
bring you a box?
people
That's
will
aggravating,
read
don't
a
you think?
paper. I mean, you shouldn't do this. You know, sit there and read a paper if you're in the booth.
Oh no, I agree with you.
You know,
I do.
there's people who either take their computers with them. Come on, get out of there.
Or like I was at Applebee's, and this poor lady, she was trying to. She had the lady had the young girl had her foot up on the seat, texting away, and the mother said, "She'll be with you in a minute." And come back. She came back. Finally, I just wondered. I walked. I said, "You know," because she was. I said, "This waitress is very nice. Usually, I'm not too friendly with waitresses." And I walked. I said, "Why don't you just put your phone down?"
Yeah.
And give your order, then go back. Well, I'm very busy text. I took the phone right out of
She
her
was the
hand.
waitress?
No, it was a customer.
Oh.
I took the phone right out of that lady's, it went out of her hand. I said, "Now you can give her her order." Then just sit there. You know?
Yeah.
Well,
They
you
would-
have
They
to
have
think
to.
about it. When you're a waitress
Yeah.
or a waiter, you know, and you have somebody who, you know, they go into a restaurant and they're not even ready to order,
Yeah.
you know, because they won't even look at a menu. The time that it takes away. I mean,
Yes.
the waitresses make their money on tips.
Yeah.
You're right.
You know, so it's got to be a turnaround. So if you're going to sit there, at least, you know, before you get on your phone, at least order.
Yeah. I agree
I've
with that.
seen it this on Facebook, and I mentioned it to a couple of restaurants that that I go to. Is they have a bucket that they put on the table, and all devices go in the bucket,
I
they-
wouldn't do that.
and they stay in the it's on the table,
Yeah. But
And-
I still wouldn't do it.
and they stay in the bucket
I don't like
until.
that.
And if nobody touches them, they get free dessert.
Yeah, see, I still wouldn't do it.
You would.
No, I'll take my phone and turn it down or shut it off.
I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, because I would not.
Once I get my
Give me-
order, then I might text somebody. Then,
Right.
You know. But that doesn't take that long to put in an order.
You're
And
right.
actually, my daughter-in-law and I were at Belmont Hall, and the waitress says, "Oh, you're all done. You're all done. You want a box to take it with?" I said, "Are you trying to rush us out? Are you in a hurry or something?"
Yeah.
She says, "Why? What gives you that idea?" I said, "Does she have a right to eat?"
Yeah.
You know, if I'm paying for it, I want to take that time. You know, and you should have the right to take time. You don't. They shouldn't rush you out.
If
you
you're
know.
eating and you're not texting, if you're not on your computer reading a paper, that's different.
Yeah.
Take your time and eat.
Yeah, you know. But I will not go back to it. The best place I like, and I'll have to take you there, to Purple Finch.
Yeah, Dottie and I were supposed to go there, and we never got there.
Only, you like omelets? Oh, they make the most golden yellow, not gold, but the yellow omelets that are just perfection. Or they make
And what's it called?
Purple Finch is in Bedford. And then they had the grinders. I don't eat the bread, so they put it on the plate like it would be a grinder. But I try to say, I don't have the bread or it's either the potatoes or the bread. Okay, so that's what I do. But give us a call if you got something to say. We're just rambling on, having a good time, right? Mary.
Yes.
You have a show tomorrow.
Yes.
And what is it called?
Cruising with Mary.
What time?
5 o'clock, an hour, and it's live.
You have a
Hi,
guest?
Kat.
You have a
I
guest?
met, huh?
You have a guest?
I called a couple of times, so we'll see. See if they're coming on. If they're not, it's okay.
Yeah, you can travel.
It's okay with me.
Yeah. I did 2 hours by myself.
Yeah.
That takes a long time, so I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you're here. Mary, one of the things I want you to be very careful is backing out of your parking lot. Because I see some idiots for not paying attention.
Oh, my God.
And
There's
I
two
don't
of
want
them
to see
in there.
them. Okay.
They drive in like an idiot and they drive out like an idiot.
You also, now they still bother, the neighbors still not bothering you, knocking on the windows and stuff like that? I don't understand the fun in that.
I don't either. I don't understand.
Are they adults, teenagers,
I would say they're adults.
adults?
And why? I mean, I've been to different meetings there and asked if everybody could be there. You know, even the owners and non-owners to be there. To find out who's doing it. I got an idea, but I got to prove it.
You will.
I have to prove it. I got an idea who's doing it.
Well, one of my very dear friends, her name is Angel, and that's her real name, too. She's a school teacher. She was going into her apartment on North River Road, is what it's called, or going towards Hooksett.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a
River
unit on
Road,
the
yeah.
right hand side, okay? And this lady wasn't paying attention, grabbed the door out of her hand and hit her in the head with the door. And my friend rolled down the stair and down the wall into a pile of stones. The girl never stopped to look to see, never asked her how
Did
she
she
was
realize she did it?
doing. She
Wow.
just looked over there and she just kept on going. And a week later, my friend died. I'm sorry. They should have been charged and brought against
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you're in a political deal or some other higher power, people forget it.
Yeah,
Nothing's going to happen.
That's
with
true.
I don't care how much of a rush you're in. If you hurt somebody or if you hurt anything with a heartbeat, you know, you need to stop.
it. Take a look.
Yeah. Well, you know, like
It could
one
be
mo-
you.
There's an old saying: if you can hit an animal and drive away, you'll do it to a person.
Okay, folks. Trivia question for the day is, what is June 14th?
Represent.
And represent. And besides Trump's birthday.
That
I didn't know, so
that
it's
floored me
surprising.
because how would I not know that it was tomorrow?
And who made the first
Flag.
See, I
Oh, you just
understood.
gave away.
That's the second time.
Well, they don't know why there's,
Okay, all right, stop. What's
Okay.
the significance of June 14th? There you
Right.
go.
There you go. And the sad part is when they don't teach history at school.
I think that they should teach history and social studies.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because history repeats itself.
It sure does, doesn't it? Huh?
Yeah.
It really does.
That used to be my grandmother's favorite saying.
Yeah.
History
And it's
repeats
true.
itself.
And it is.
It really is. And right now it's repeating itself. If anybody can realize that it really is at this point, it's repeating itself again.
If people would only allow it to get better. I'm a firm believer. You cannot blame the presidents. I'm a firm believer in that. You cannot blame the Republican Party. You cannot blame the Democratic Party. Do the government have, then the president will say, have a lot of weight and power? Absolutely. But isn't the Senate and the state legislature, the House and the Senate, don't they have a lot of power? Or what are they
They have a lot of power, but he's the commander in chief, so it all does. I mean, it's like the boss.
Yeah.
It's either
But they can-
everything
they-
is going good or everything is going bad, and he's responsible.
Right. But they
You know.
they can go in and override him anytime they want.
The House and the Senate.
But they prefer, the sad part is, instead of saying, how can we fix America, or how can we do this? I know one's going to be political, I try not to be, but why can't we all unite
Get along.
together and love.
Get along.
Right. Unite together, like just say, okay, I'm not going to judge you for whatever you might. And I have a lot of, believe me, I make a lot of enemies on Facebook.
Well, I don't vote a party line. I
No.
don't vote
I'm an
Democrat or
independent, yeah.
Republican. I vote who I feel is going to do the best.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think that they should all work together.
Yep.
You know,
Yes.
because it's
Yes.
all for the good of the people and stuff
That's
like
right.
that.
Yeah, that
And if they, I mean, you have to have a discussion. You need to have a debate. You need to have a discussion.
yeah.
You need to figure out what is it that is in here that you like, you don't like, whatever, and how can we fix it?
How true.
And that's it. We can't, instead of hating each other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's a Democrat, so I hate him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a
I think
Republican,
that's-
so I hate him.
That's just
Yeah.
plain
You know,
crazy.
pull your, the political, you have your own political party, I have
Yeah.
my own. Do I stir? I'm an independent, but I like stirring things up. That's who I am.
Everybody has their own.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm Democrat, and somebody out there's Republican, Independent. Everybody has their right to vote who they want to be.
That's it. Oh, yeah. Or
Yeah.
express their opinion.
Yeah.
I'm getting a couple of people tell me to keep my opinion to myself, and that
I
makes
thought
it
I
another
saw
thing.
something about that, but
Yeah.
I'm not on Facebook enough to know
Because-
what
yeah.
what
Well,
it
they're
was that
always-
you actually said.
Well, because I said it's okay for them to slam the presidents, because they do. They slam Trump when they, know about. And I said, and so she said, I think you're not getting the point. I knew you would say something negative. Why don't you keep your opinion to yourself?
Well, I mean, if you look back, yes, Trump is getting slammed a lot. Whether he deserves it or not, I'm not going to argue that.
No.
But Trump got slammed, Obama got slammed, Kennedy got slammed, Bush got slammed, Clinton
Everybody
got
gets
slammed.
slammed.
I mean, if Facebook was around, went back when, they would have all got, I mean.
I think my all-time respect that I have for all of the presidents in this here is John F. Kennedy.
Those are my mother's favorite.
That's right.
My mother's favorite.
She was too. I came in the day he got shot. I was only like
That was
19 and 20, and we were sitting there having a cocktail. I go, oh my God, we got caught because we were underage. And I was in school at the Concord Hospital getting my psych degree, and I said, oh my God, we got caught. Oh, we're going to get kicked out of school, and all that. And that's what they told us. And I think there was a lot more cover-up to how he got shot.
Yes. Yeah.
Same with Robert Kennedy. I think there's
Yeah.
a lot more cover. We'll never know the whole truth.
You never know.
We'll never know.
Never know. And I feel really bad for that family because there just seems to be so much tragedy that,
Time they turn around, it's something
Yeah.
with that family.
Yeah.
Like I said, it doesn't matter who you want, but you know who I liked as president? The Bushes.
Yeah.
I really did. And they're Republicans. And I liked those Bush. I really did. I liked the Bush family. And they did, and Clinton did. Those are the only three presidents that gave us a good size for Social Security. We haven't had anything like that since those three were
Well, Trump
in
did.
office. Not as much. Not as much
well,
as Bush and,
I can
and
agree.
Clinton.
did I miss something?
No,
I got a
they
good
can't
raise.
compare
There's not
what
going
they
to be any Social
gave.
Security when I get there,
Yeah.
No, that's not. We're paying.
And I've been paying for it. So what are they doing with my money?
Yeah, that's
You
the
know?
sad part of it. They use it for other things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And they're
that's
not
like
supposed to touch
I
it.
just found out I earned a couple $dollars more than what I qualify for any type of insurance. I have to come out of my own pocket now.
Mm-hmm.
And you're the same way, right? So, and I'm trying not to resent the new laws, whether it's Obama, whether it's Trump, or whatever. I'm not trying to do that. But then again, I said, okay, I guess my business must be pretty successful. You look at it that way. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then I say, where the hell is my money going?
Right, but I mean, if you look at Obamacare, everybody's blaming Obamacare. It's the American Health Act. He just happens to be the president at the time.
Yeah.
So it's
Everybody's got to blame somebody else.
in the state of
Now,
Massachusetts. In the state of Massachusetts, it should be called Romney Care, because Mitt Romney was the one who several years ago made Massachusetts a mandatory state, a mandatory insurance state.
But they also
So
have
we
better
had it.
coverage, right?
We had it way before it was mandatory.
Right.
I want to say Massachusetts, Vermont, and I think one other New England state had mandatory health insurance
I
before.
believe Maine did.
I don't.
In Maine or Rhode Island.
Yeah, Maine came to my mind, but I'm not thinking
Have to
it's
look it
Maine.
up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll have to look it up. But there were several states that had it.
Got any comments about that, folks? Give us a call. And then we're going to think you're not listening. That's okay. I'm still having fun anyway, right? But, everybody has, I will never tell you when their point of view that they're wrong. Everybody has a right to express their own point of view.
But if I am
don't
wrong,
have to
I
agree
like
with
people to point it out to me that I'm
But
wrong.
yeah, tell me why I'm wrong.
Yeah, tell me why I'm wrong.
Don't just say I don't, no.
If I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to admit it, that I'm wrong. I
Ooh,
really
whether
will.
I'm wrong
I really
or
will.
whether I'm
But I'm
right,
not. You're
I
not
gotta be me.
I'll research it.
Yeah, there you go. You will too,
I
right?
will.
Yeah. Isn't
That's
that
the funny thing about smartphones, and when you have your smartphone and you're at a family get together, and because half of my husband's family are staunch Democrats and the other half are diehard Republicans, and you should see them when they start to bicker back and forth
Oh,
about
my
something,
God.
and then you see somebody sit back and pull out their smartphone, and it's like, ha,
I'll get
right
you.
here.
I have a friend in Massachusetts, and you don't even want to go near him when it comes to talk politics, because he will sit there and argue all night with you.
right or wrong, right?
But the thing is if
And I
it's
hate
wrong,
it.
how do we fix it? How
Yeah.
do we fix it and make it better?
By uniting together and by, saying, okay, this bill is not working, that's not working. I like what happened with the Korean thing there, but I don't understand the whole thing about it, so I don't get involved in it.
The Korean with
When Trump there, I choose
You
not
know-
to get that involved in it.
I don't know enough about it.
Yeah.
For some strange reason, I didn't follow it, and I'm not sure why. But
No,
this is
that's
the
right.
way. This is the way I think happened. Is he knew that Korea was going to back out of that treaty, so he decided he was going to back out first. And because no president's ever done that before. No president's ever said, "Forget it, I don't want to talk to you," and walk away. So I don't know.
Remember, Trump knows a lot of powerful people before he was president.
Yeah, but I think read up on him.
Yeah.
Read a bunch of the books. Read a bunch of Was he an up and up kind of guy? Was
No.
he ethical? Was he
No. I
some
don't.
of the things he tweets? It's like, please, you're the leader of our country.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I know, I hate that when he
Other
does that.
other people read these things.
Yeah. He doesn't care.
Somebody should take that away from him.
I actually think. Okay, this is why.
I find it funny, but it's like it's not
Yeah.
funny.
No, in 2 years he's going to get reelected.
No, I hope
I don't see that.
I know he's going to get
only if he
reelected.
starts a war.
Right, but he also will not be able to complete the 4 years because he may be able to go to the 2 years because he will have some kind of a stroke or sickness where he'll have to resign or die. Okay, that's what. He's not a young chicken.
No, he's
No,
not.
But
he's
I really don't want to see some of the candidates that are running.
76. I think he just
Yeah.
turned 76.
Yeah, but aren't most presidents around in their 70s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
The
and,
oldest one right now is Bush. He's 94.
But before that,
Yeah.
and
I feel bad
what-
for his wife, Melania.
the way they
I don't
slam
care.
her.
Even I like her.
Well, not even the way they slam her, but I mean, if you look at a lot of the events that they attend, she doesn't want to touch. She doesn't want to be there. I mean, he goes to grab her hand and she pulls away.
Yeah. She doesn't
You know.
want no part of it.
Yeah.
I really do. I don't care. I'm not a fan of him, but I like her.
I do.
too, yeah.
I do. I think she's
She-
beautiful and classy, and
Yes, you
you
got
know,
it.
And that's what we need.
people bash her and stuff like that. And when you think about this woman speaks 5 languages.
Yes. Now you got to have smarts to do that.
Yes.
And I don't
Yeah.
like it when they start targeting their son because he has.
Oh, I hate
autism.
that.
He has autism? Again, where am I? I'd like to know what rock I'm under.
The day that he was sworn in, the president was sworn in, they said, they made a big thing about his son having autism.
I didn't know that.
I didn't hear that one.
No, and
I do believe he's 10, cut the kid a break.
Really, give the kid
know.
a break.
Yeah.
And I always said that. You got something, take it with the parents. Leave the kids alone.
Yeah.
right.
Keep it out of it.
Right.
You know?
Everybody has something in their closet. I
Of
don't care who
course.
they are. Oh, mine, believe me, I don't want
You
that.
came out of that closet.
Oh, yeah, I sure did. Okay, more than once. I actually tried to hide it. I actually tried to go back into because when I joined the Born Again Christian Church, I went back into the closet. Oh, my goodness, and all that.
Yeah, but
But I wasn't
and
happy.
this is something that kind of like irks me,
Yeah.
is if God made, and everybody believes in, their higher being or whatever, he made everybody, so if this one's green, blue, purple, whatever,
cares?
as long as they're happy and they're good people, who
You
cares?
bleed, you're all the same.
Yeah, who cares? Be happy for the people. Be happy for people.
Yeah.
And like this guy with the cake. I'm sorry, cakes are supposed to make people happy. When people have cake, they get happy. At least I do. So if you are in the business of bringing joy to people, make the damn
That's
cake.
Glenn. That's Glenn.
Oh, you're talking you're talking about that store.
Yeah, the one. I guess it went all the way to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, but it's
Oh,
still
that
his.
one, yes,
but
that's
it's still his
terrible.
right to say no.
You have the right. If you
I think that's
you're
what
a
it
business
is.
owner, you have the right to say no to anyone for
Because
whatever reason.
Well, he was one of these born again Christians, so that was why.
It's not right what they
Well-
did to them.
Yeah.
And I mean, I actually think it got so blown out of proportion.
That's like the justice of the peace from, I forget what state, refused to marry that couple.
Oh, that's wrong. But it's her belief.
It's her belief, but I'm sorry, if that's your job, if your job's to,
You hired me in JP. I've married quite a few people, and I don't care. I don't know. I actually had a guy. I thought he was. I hope he was kidding. And thinking about marrying his dog. And I looked at him and I said, "You are kidding." And he looked at me with no, and I went, "That I won't do." I don't. Would you?
I don't know. I don't know.
That one, I don't think.
That one would need some counseling.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah, there you go.
Look at the guy married his Thunderbird. What is that Thunderbird? No, his Corvette.
Yeah, yep. And then
A
he
guy
got-
married his car?
Yep, yep.
Well, I
And
mean,
then-
I think most guys are married to their cars anyways. I know a few women
And he
that
got
are married
buried
to their
into
car.
it.
He did.
I know,
When he died.
yes,
Yeah.
I know people
Because
who
they shrunk
Yeah.
it down.
He left all his money to all the charities and stuff, and left nothing for his children.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of think that with your inheritance, you have the right to do whatever you want
Yeah.
with it,
But he earned it. A person earns all their money, and if
But
it's-
you don't have the right to have a family member steal it from you,
Oh no, that's totally wrong.
you know?
Oh, I can tell you a little story about that. I know we've all. That's cool. We all could. I went over to the old Elks over on Terrytown Road. Remember that one there? Okay. And I had my first second event. I did my first live crowd people, and this woman comes up to me, her breast, chest hanging out, and I go, "Those aren't real, so we're not going to worry about it." And she said, "What did my father have to say?" And I said, "You sure you really want to hear?" "Yeah, I want to hear what that." Okay. I said, "He wants to know what you did with that $250,000 that you were entrusted to pass out to the family." She literally ran out of the door and said, "You know what?
I can't believe how many people that, family members that are trusted to be the caretaker of the
executor,
money and
yeah.
the executor and stuff like that, and they actually rob the person. It's like,
And a family member, they can actually charge the estate for taking care of it all. I don't know. I have a very good friend of mine. She crossed over and she lived in Goffstown, and her name was Anita. Anita. Last name isn't.
I don't know why I keep thinking DeVille, like Cruella.
And her kids, she wasn't even burying it. They were having a yard sale, fighting over the stuff they were going to sell.
How true.
And I couldn't believe it. I walked over to him. I said, "Is this how your mother would really like it?" Rita Lemay.
How true.
Did you know her, Rita Lemay from Gloucester?
I've heard of it, yeah, but it was not.
Very good psychic. Very
I've
good.
heard of it.
And in fact, she's my guardian angel now. When I don't listen, she smacks me. And they will smack you.
See, it was her, not me.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
She took my hand.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
And they were arguing over, and she didn't have a whole lot, but they were arguing over what was going to be going on, And I go, I watched her. I
I
said,
know that feeling.
"Is this what you really want to do? Argue over your mother's estate? How sad!" I said, "She's not even in the ground yet, and you're fighting like this." What a bunch
It's
of
a shame.
hypocrites.
It really is a shame. In fact, you know, I get money from Addie, and I have friends of mine, and they'll say, "What happens to you with Addie's money?"
None of your business.
None of your business. I know where it's going. Well, who's going to get it? Nobody's business but mine.
Yeah.
And then that's what I say. Nobody will know until the end.
One of the things, I'm going to do a quick reading on America.
A quick meeting on America?
Yeah. Okay?
Yeah.
We are in a civil war now. We really are. People don't
I
want to
see it
admit that.
coming.
We really are in a civil. The sad part is it's the white and black against the whites and the whites. Everybody's against
You know, one
each
of the
other.
things that I have to say about this, you know, with the people down south and their fighting and stuff like that, is I've had quite a few conversations with friends of mine that are Northerners who've never been down south. So I always go to somebody that I know that lived down south, and I'll be like, hey, tell me. We don't understand up here. You know, because the way I look at it is people are people, and if you're a good person, you're a good person. You know, and that's the way that I take people. You know, and that's not the way it is down in the south.
No. You know, first of all these people that don't like the blacks, all these people that don't like the white, I would challenge each and every one of them to take a blood test and go into the genetics.
DNA, yeah.
The
the
DNA, I
DNA
want that
to
myself.
find out. They will be surprised how many were Afro-Americans, how many were, you know.
I really do.
white,
I want that
all these
DNA
bloods, 'cause,
test.
you know, today you see Norma. If you go back with Thomas Jefferson and all these other people that had sex with the Africans and had this and that and all that, you know, you'll be amazed at how many people that were, you know, like that. And when I love it when the Democrats start talking about the KKK. They need to go back in history and see who started that.
I think that's crazy. I don't know how.
I'm not
I don't
in
know
favor
how,
of the KK or anything like that.
I don't know how
but
they could do that to people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but they also had the Black Panthers, which is just as bad.
Right.
So, you know, one upsets the other. You know.
They had them.
And if you could, like the people that I actually walk right into the gangs. The Lord will say, you know, the Spirit will say, you got to go and talk with them. No, I said, you know, so I go, okay. So I do and I talk with them. They like hearing their future. They like hearing things. Do I think there's going to be a lot more in this world? Do I think there's going to be a lot more bombing? Absolutely. Do I think there's going to be one big... Actually, it happened in Manhattan already when that guy with the truck, the U-Haul truck, and killed all those people. But do I think that there's going to be another bombing under the subway in Manhattan? Yes. Do I think that the Golden Gate Bridge is part of the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge?
That
is
will
gonna
hurt
get
them.
hit?
Wow. I can just when you said that I can just see that.
Yeah. And there's going to be a lot more volcano eruptions over in Hawaii
Oh, my
and
goodness,
over
those
in
poor people.
up
Oh,
in
you
the-
can't say Mother Nature's not upset.
She's
Oh no,
angry
he
right
is. Can
now.
you blame her?
I don't blame her.
And actually, Haiti is not even. They're not even done with Haiti yet. And I also will tell you what I'm also sensing, and I've said this right along as you go on the list, is that over in Africa, a lot, 1.25 million acres of land are going to be burned or destroyed, or 1.5 million acres. I'm looking at 1.25 because there again, a lot of innocent children are going to be killed, a lot of wild animals, because of the voodoo and the witchcraft. Say with Haiti, they gotta let go. I also will tell you that I'm looking at them at New Orleans. Mother Nature's not over with them yet.
Those poor people.
You know, Puerto Rico.
For
they
some
got a little
reason,
more
though, I'm being drawn to New Orleans.
You're going there.
You know, I don't know what it is.
I've
It's,
been there.
you know, for like the last 3 years, there's something that keeps telling me that I need to go to. I've never had a desire to go to New Orleans. Like Mardi Gras scares the crap out of me.
Oh, honey, I've been to the Mardi Gras.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Have
Don't
you?
remember
It's
much,
just-
but
You know, I mean, it's just that big crowd, and you know, you don't know
That's
what's
why I
going
won't- I
on.
wouldn't go
It's
there again
just,
because
I just
there's
find
too
it to
much.
be scary. But I am being drawn to New Orleans.
I actually see you and your husband moving to another area.
Really? Where?
Outside that lower part of Massachusetts and down towards the North Carolina area. It's going to be when you least expect. And I don't mean it's going to be tomorrow.
You
People
want to get my
think.
houseboat?
That's right. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's nice.
I don't know.
That's
It's funny
nice.
because my daughter and I were talking about 6 months ago, and she said, if you had any place to live, where would you like to live? And I said, on a houseboat.
And then I actually see you
I would
buying.
love
to.
I actually
And I
see
don't
you
like
buying a
water.
houseboat. Yeah. And your daughter in college?
No, she should be.
Yeah, she's very intelligent. She would make a good psychologist.
It's funny because when my daughter was 6 years old, she was mauled by a dog, and the dog just about took off her ear and her thumb, and just the damage that animal did to her. We had her going to, we called it a talking doctor, and she hated him. She lied to him. We brought her to like 3 of them, because they would ask her questions. She'd make stuff up. And she's like, they're stupid, Mom. They ask me, do I ride a bike? And she goes, no, I don't have a bike. Do you wear your helmet when you ride your bike? I don't have a bike.
Stupid questions. I agree.
So it was like, she just started making things up. And then she said to me, she said she wanted to be a psychologist. And I'm like, but people lie to you. Nobody tells you the truth. She says, yeah, but then I'll have to figure out when they're lying and when they're not lying. And, she goes, it'll make it more interesting. But I think she would be good in the medical field. She's always kind of been drawn there. She wanted to be a pediatric, something, whether it was a nurse practitioner or a surgeon or whatever, because she remembers all those times. I mean, she's already had 3 surgeries just on her hand, trying to repair what the dog did. But she doesn't like blood.
She will make a good doctor then.
Yeah, so I think that she's going to go on the other side, but she's a good kid. She's really smart. Really smart.
This
Both
is
my
the
kids
thing.
are.
People don't get parents that are really good parents. They don't give themselves enough credit. Well, I did the best I could. Just say, yeah, I did the right thing for them.
I did the best that I could for my kids, but I think that, would I love to take credit for them being smart? I would absolutely love to, but this
Why not?
child reads.
So what? But you gave her, see, you can because you gave her free will. You gave her the opportunity.
And she gave her life, and she's going from that.
Yeah, and
You
you
know,
gave
she
her
That's true.
the opportunity to encourage. She was always a book reader, right?
Her and I used to fight because I didn't take her to the library enough.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
like, one day I'm having an argument with her because I'm like, I just took you. And I'm like, this could be a bad argument. How many people argue with their kids because I just took you to the library?
You ever watch that movie, Matilda?
No, I've never seen the whole
Oh,
thing.
if you ever get a chance to watch that movie with Danny DeVito.
I've seen
Oh, I've seen parts of that.
Oh, and she's smart. Okay, at 3 years
Yes,
old, she was
yes.
reading her own
Yep.
books there, and that's what just reminded me. If you get a chance to watch that movie.
Yeah, I
That's a
did see
good
that one
movie.
with
That is a
that one
good
with
movie.
Danny DeVito. I was thinking the other one, wasn't she French?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
Oh
cartoon.
yeah. Oh, she lived at a hotel.
I don't know if it was a hotel or if it was an
Pepe
orphanage
Larson.
or a nunnery. No,
Yeah.
like a Catholic school or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. And one of my all-time favorite movies or plays were Julie Andrews.
Oh, yeah.
Sound of Music.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought of when we were talking to Susan.
I know. Oh yeah, her daughter is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
She has always been in. She's actually been on my show. So when I can book her in, I'll have you come on.
Mm-hmm.
You can be Julie. You can come on too, Mary. How's that? Because she has an extraordinary voice, high soprano.
Mm-hmm.
She's an opera singer.
Now, is she planning on staying in Europe and singing opera in Europe, or is she gonna?
No, she's
No.
going to come back to finish one more year. Okay, then she's going to be. She also is going to be a teacher. And here's a woman that almost had a breakdown or whatever, and so her parents. And that's what you're talking to her. And I really believe instead of sending your kids off to daycare. I mean, don't get me wrong, daycare is necessary, or to the Boys and Girls Club, or the Kids Cafe.
Oh, yeah, that's the
like
Salvation
that,
Army has
Salvation
that.
Army and stuff like that. How about cooking a meal for the kids? How about spending time with your children?
Yeah, but parents won't
But
do it.
because that's I'm not saying that parents don't need maybe there's not enough food or whatever. But I also look at it this way. If you can afford to go out drinking with your boyfriend, then you can afford to spend time with your children.
Yeah.
And the men too. Don't get me wrong.
I'm telling you, I don't want to say I'm surprised, but I'm pleased at how many men are, becoming single parents.
Yes.
I look at the park every year, and I see more, and I tell the men,
Yeah.
especially in the Latino community, and I'll say, man, I am so proud to see you. And she says, and one man says, they're my babies.
Yeah.
I said, good.
And I'm
for
not
you.
saying that, men have never loved their children. I'm just saying that now it's, I don't know if they feel that they have more of a voice than they did in the past.
That's what's happening. Yeah.
But yeah.
But the courts don't look at it that way here in New Hampshire.
No.
No, they really don't. A friend of mine has spent thousands of dollars to try to get, at least partial custody or whatever, and she went and told the courts she can't do anything without her doing her drugs, like cocaine or whatever. And the judge still gave her custody, and they try to take his rights away.
That's
And
wrong.
he doesn't drink.
And
do drugs.
and he's not doing drugs.
No, he doesn't do anything. She's the one that's.
That's all wrong.
It's got to be what's best for the kid.
Yeah, but the best for the kid is not being with her.
Yeah.
Seriously. I mean, they put that stack where she has had him arrested, he's beaten her up, the boyfriend and him, okay? And, and the one thing I'm really scared of, because his son, he's like 15 or 16, is into this backyard fighting, which is extreme fighting, okay? And he's a big boy.
I don't get that. I don't get the.
I don't either. I agree with you. And one mistake, he can go to prison, because if he kills that kid, I don't like watching that MMA. I don't like watching them beat each other until they bleed or whatever. Ugh.
What was that Clint Eastwood movie, Every Which Way But Loose?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
that one.
I couldn't watch those fight scenes.
Yeah.
Really?
My day.
Oh, then I could, because what was his name? What was the orangutan's name there?
Oh,
Clyde.
Clyde.
Clyde, right.
Yeah, stuff like that, because it was good humor. I love Clint Eastwood to begin with. Okay?
Do you know he almost moved to Concord? There was a thing that he was contemplating moving to Concord, Massachusetts.
Yep. Adam Sandler is making a movie just outside of Concord, Massachusetts, near the
Right now?
or he was, or he has got
Yeah.
it done.
I believe he did. Did he make it with? I can picture him.
Oh.
Donnie
Could be,
Wahlberg.
yeah.
I think they did.
Yeah. And over here at
Because for some reason I know that I was in Concord, and my husband, my daughter, and I had breakfast in Concord, and they were doing a movie.
Yeah.
This was last summer.
and they had a thing over here with Adam Sandler sat in this chair, is there on this wall, who cares? I know. And this other person that I know, he was an extra in the movies. You cannot talk, if you're an extra in the movie, you cannot talk to these stars.
No,
Okay, that would, I would have a hard time with that.
they keep you totally separated.
Yeah.
I was an extra in Patriot Day,
Oh yeah?
and they keep you totally separate from.
Wow, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
I talk too much.
Was it
I
a
do
couple of
too.
months, wasn't it? They were down here at the Renaissance.
Yeah.
Wahlberg and his brothers were making a movie. They
Yeah.
wanted extras and
Yeah.
all that
Yeah.
down here.
And the one thing I look at too is, folks, I guess you're not going to answer calls. You must not know the answer.
I don't know what
I can't see
I'm
him.
30.
is it.
Really?
Well, pretty
Yeah, I
fast.
was like, he took my
Yeah,
call.
no, I'm glad. 5:30, because I'd be looking at it, then the time would drag, right?
Yeah.
Mary, I am also looking at that when you, that's another person, again, I've been pretty right with you, right?
have.
There's
You
another
sure
person
have.
that lives in Andover, New Hampshire now, that lived near Candia and all this other stuff, down by where, off at, no, not, that other road, off in Concord. It starts with a C.
In
Wait.
Concord?
Yeah, where did you grow up?
In Manchester.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't live on the outskirts of Canterbury?
No.
No, okay. Well, this person knew you, and they was in Canterbury. Knew Harry Robbins.
I know who you're talking
Okay,
about.
and he's gonna be getting in contact with you.
Yeah, I know who. I know. I
I
know who it
It
is
is?
because Joe had talked to him,
He doesn't like Joe.
and he asked about me.
Yeah.
So I know and he does live in Canterbury,
Yeah.
just side of Loudon. Yeah, the
So
border.
he's gonna give you a call, and I should take you out to
Yeah.
lunch. Okay.
I was engaged to him. I know
Right,
who you're talking
yeah,
about.
Okay. I also will tell you, it's really interesting. I know a lot of her relatives, like Harry Robbins and
Shorty.
Shorty.
Brother-in-law,
Yeah. There's another guy named Earl that I knew. He was.
Yeah, Earl was. He was
yeah.
known as Maylock.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he drank a lot of that.
Oh my God, he drinks so
He used to
hard.
work with me, and Harry never knew how to take a shower.
No, that's true.
He was a happy-go-lucky guy.
He
though.
was. And Harry do anything for you like
Yeah.
Shorty.
He had a wife named Debbie.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
his first wife.
Yeah. Oh, he got married. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he
yeah.
married twice, Harry.
He had money.
Yes, he did.
He really did. He knew.
Yeah.
He owned a junkyard,
Yeah,
and I don't know what happened to it, but he was a great guy.
yeah.
Then I found out, because Mary and I go way back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but then Harry passed, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Harry's
Now
been gone
Shorty,
for
that was your.
my brother-in-law.
Oh, your
that
brother-in-law.
was Midgie's husband,
oh.
first husband.
I can't say that. She said she's still a bitch. He never hated her though. He loved her.
Yeah.
And she would treat him like garbage.
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand.
You're
Maybe
right.
you can enlighten me. Why men or women decide they have to stay with a person that abuses them.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I have absolutely no idea, because I don't want to say that it's ego or whatever. Maybe it's something that happened in a past life that they feel that they can't release from. But life's too short.
See, that's what people don't realize. A lot of it could have happened in their past life.
Mm-hmm.
I also believe this. My being gay is because I believe that I was attracted to men in my past life as a woman, a dancer or whatever. And when I was murdered, my thoughts were still find men attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so with me being gay like I am, I believe it's because of something that happened in my past life. Like I might have been a woman. I still believe.
Well, I've never looked into it, so let me ask you.
Yeah.
When you go back to like the Greeks
Yeah.
are known for being gay, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah. What about people from Jerusalem and people from the Civil War and people from back to, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll say to the turn of the century.
Yeah.
Was it were there a lot of gay people then?
Oh,
Because
I
it's not
was
something.
absolute- yeah.
It's not something that just.
Oh no! Actually, it was never accepted. It was hidden. Like
It was hidden?
in Russia, you'll go to jail for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but I think
But
that
no,
there must
I
have
think
been a
that
time
like Nero, he was very well known for having sexual activity with young men, young boys. I think now today, because I believe there's a lot more underground gay people, because people say, yeah, I believe we do come in. I have a lot of people say that it's your choice. No, it's not. No, it's not my choice to be gay. Or
There's
straight
not
or
a menu.
whatever. No. And, well, today I'm going to be gay.
Right.
Tomorrow I'm going to be straight, or
Yeah.
maybe Thursday I'll be bisexual. I don't believe in the word bisexual to begin with. You're either one way or the other.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
okay.
Yes.
A lot of times when we go out with the women, because we try to cover up, like with me, I try to cover up my own because I had a hard time accepting who I was. And a lot of women have that too. They say that a woman is badly abused by a husband or a boyfriend or whatever
Yeah.
it turns them. No. They've always had that inclination. This is my life. I actually went on a debate with them.
Do you? All right, let's talk about the bisexual. You don't
Yeah.
believe that somebody could be bisexual?
No.
I think that people are attracted to people's souls.
Right.
So if you were straight and you were attracted to a man, and then you met somebody who was a female, I don't think that it's I don't know.
See,
I think
now,
it's the
yeah,
soul.
okay, I think that
it's
they
the
will.
soul.
I think that women or men who are bisexual
Soulmates.
or whatever, yeah, that want to experiment.
Yeah.
Okay, they may like with me. I guess I could have called myself bisexual back then because I hid the fact that I was. So I think that back then, you know, born again Christian, worked for the state and all this, and you're going to go to hell if you're gay and all that. So I think what it was, I hid it. Unhappily, I hid it. I think today it's becoming more acceptable, but
Yeah.
believe it or not, New Hampshire still has that puritanic view. Okay, they really do, you know. At least that's what my experience. Okay, I actually don't even hang around with gay people. I am probably the most anti-gay person you'll ever meet. You know? And right, Mary?
Yeah.
When you knew me, I always hung around with
Yeah.
straight people. I think because I had a hard time when accepting my own identity. Okay, same like being an alcoholic. I had a hard time. I think most gay men that are alcoholics hide their it because that helps them to relieve their pressure of society.
Oh, I'm not saying that there's not. I think that society has a huge pressure.
Oh yeah, there is a lot of pressure with it. You
Yeah,
know.
I think
What
there's
is
a
it?
lot.
Don't ask, don't tell.
I thought
You
that was
know.
turned on.
Yeah, no, I think it's really hard, you know, and I think that, you know, and for a parent to say that they're disowning their child because their
That's what
child.
happened to me.
Yeah, I think that that's wrong. You
I
know,
know.
I mean, if in my opinion, you know, I think that if one of my children were gay, I would know it. But that's.
You know what? My foster mother knew it.
I think that I think deep down you know it.
Yeah.
You know. And I just can't imagine that, you know, I loved you yesterday, but I don't love you today.
Well, one of my very best friends, when I was like a teenager, I never told him my attraction to him. And when he found out about it, he says to me, "You're not my friend anymore." I go, "Why?" He said, "You were not honest with me." I said, "Had I been honest, would you have walked away from me?" He said, "You never gave me that choice." But I didn't know myself.
Right.
You know, because I knew I was different, and I know that as a child you always have no inclination. I also know that I was very spiritual. Okay, I can remember my father had shot his dog, and we had a burial for him. You know, and I gave all the rights. I buried the dog, and I gave the dog the right to send home. And so I think I always have been very spiritual. A lot of the people the men or women who join pagan is because the pagan religion accepts the without questioning whether you're gay, straight, or whatever, you know.
Personally, myself, I think any religion should do that.
Oh, I agree. You can't.
know, I think any religion should do that. You know, because if you're saying that you have to be straight and heterosexual, you know, that's you know that's not.
I think that's what's
that's
happened
not
to a
open
lot
and
of
giving to
no,
everyone.
no.
You know.
And I think that's what happened when the priests did a lot because they have to hide their identity.
Yeah, you know, the Catholic Church wouldn't even acknowledge you if you were. But, you know, I hate to tell you, but a lot of Catholic priests are gay. So what's the difference?
Oh yeah.
Having people in the pew or having priests?
Yeah.
And I know a lot of priests.
I went to confession one time, half caught.
I don't believe in that.
You know, and I was half caught, and the things I would tell the priest, he was getting all excited about how I did this and how I did that. And then what, you know, finally I just got it walked out. I had to pay 120 Hail Marys and do 150 half hours.
You know, I don't know. I should keep my mouth quiet.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. It's an open discussion.
You know, yeah, but when you go to confession and the priest tells you need to say 120 Hail Marys, you know, and then your sin is washed away.
I don't believe in that.
You know, it's like I thought God had.
I don't think they do the confession anymore.
Yes,
they do.
Do
Oh,
they
yeah.
still
Oh,
do
yes,
it?
they do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe in it, even
No.
when I went to Catholic
Between
school.
you and the higher power.
Yeah, and I would never confess to the priest, and he said,
No.
"You have to." I said, "No, I don't."
No.
I
Well,
don't
when I
believe
first
in
got
it.
baptized, I see the vacuum cleaner in the back.
Yeah.
When I first got baptized to become a Catholic and communion and all that for my third marriage, I had to stop saying which one, you know. And the priest said, "Oh, look at my ring." I guess I was supposed to kiss the ring, but it was yours, and I wasn't going to kiss that. Ugh.
I'll tell you though, when we go to communion, well, this is a long time ago because my kids don't come to church with me. I don't go to church very often. But
It's here.
they're embarrassed. It is, and that's the way I feel it. You know, I mean, I can talk to God no matter where I am.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have to. Like my dad, I can talk to him wherever he is. You know, but my kids don't like the fact that I sing because they think I stink at it. But
You enjoy it, don't you?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Well, my son called in one day and asked me not to sing anymore.
But we would, when it would be time for confession, I'd pull my kids aside and I'd be like, don't go near them. And they'd be like, why? Did you notice that they're coughing and everything out? And don't, no.
Yeah.
And that's like when that priest, they hit you, like this. I almost decked him. And, I was hungover, and I go, no, I could just see it now. Man, hit the priest dirt, and stuff like that. But I also know that I was had this gift of reading ever since I was like 8 or 9 years old. My foster mother never discouraged me. That's the one thing I get. But everybody else, you're that work of the devil. This is the devil. And and people have come a long way since then.
It wasn't talked about in my house, but my grandmother read tea leaves.
I went to a tea leaf.
I want to learn how to read tea leaves.
Yeah. Well, she said, why don't you listen to me and I'll show you.
My grandmother?
Yeah. She said, do you listen when you're ready to listen to me, and you listen to my what I'm telling you. Do not go to the book. Do not go on the internet. Listen to me, and I will tell you how to do it.
Yeah, no, because I know because she would take my teacup. She would invite me for a cup of tea, and then we would have a cup of tea, and she'd take my cup and she'd read my tea leaves. And I remember one time asking my mom, I'm like, what is she doing? And she said, reading your tea leaves. I said, well, what did they say? She's like, she won't tell you. Because my grandmother read something bad one time, and it happened. And that was the last time she told anybody what she saw. Go to bed.
Yeah. See, with me, I'm the type of person that I will break it to you gently. Okay, but I'm not going to hold anything, and that's why people come to me. And I'm also a very dirty old psychic, so when I'm on stage,
dirty old man.
That's right. When I'm on stage, like a little old lady, I'm not going to go into details, and she would tell me all these personal problems, and I said she needed to have sex. Something like that. Oh yeah, you know what? That you in order to do a reading on someone, you've got to feel their vibration. Don't just come right out and blah 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 blah.
Right.
Like when I make appointments with ladies or men and women, I just tell them relax. It's going to be okay. That's how I work with it. And I also will tell everybody I am not 100% accurate.
Yeah. I tell them the same thing. They'll ask me about you. I said, he always says, and I says, he's not 100%.
Nope.
But there's always that thing with free will, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you may see something, and then you may say, this is what's going to happen, but everybody has free will.
That's right. They can make it not happen.
And the free will can make it change.
Like I did a reading the other. A lot of times I will tell people, I want you to prove me wrong. Okay, I want you to use your free will. Like, one lady I said something, she said, well, it didn't happen. I said, good for you, because you wouldn't have a gas light fixed or whatever. I said, but you repaired the damage, didn't you, so it wouldn't go. I'd rather have them go to a garage and have me wrong and say that, the brakes weren't great, than just ignore what I'm saying. You need new brakes.
So that
And
time.
get that car,
Which one?
the one that you really liked. They'll come down on the price.
Yeah.
You have to fight for it though, not your husband, you. You're the one that can do the deals, am I right? Okay. Your husband just tag along, oh pity me. Remember that song?
I was going to say which one, because there's two of them that I'm looking at right
Okay,
now.
this one I see like a dark sporty car. Almost like a dark brown or a dark black. Then I see another one that's a light blue car.
I haven't looked at a light blue one yet.
This one's going to be around 2010. I don't see a brand new one. Honestly, I don't think you can afford it. But I'm not trying to be mean.
Yeah.
When
Well,
when the insurance and everything.
See, here's the thing. I'm cheap.
Hey,
The
me
insurance
too.
is gonna kill you. I got a brand new car and the insurance went up $100.
I'm cheap, you know, so it's like I don't want to spend that money, you know, because as far as I'm concerned with a car, as long as it's good in the snow, as long as it's got decent heat,
When do I see a Jeep?
you know, I'm good.
That's what
you
I
know,
want.
like
I
the
want
guy's
a
like,
Jeep.
oh, this
Okay.
has got satellite radio and it's got this and it's got that, and I'm like, things that I will never touch.
Yeah.
I will never use them.
Yeah.
I had my car for 10 years. I never put cruise control on. You know, I don't want this. I don't need it. You know?
I never when I was driving, I never had the air conditioner on.
Yeah,
You know. So,
Very rarely. It has to be really, really hot because it bothers my asthma.
right.
yeah, me too. It chokes me with that.
And then one time I had to knock on the door and answer the door, and he said, "You're under arrest." I go, "For what? What did I do? I've been home all day. I haven't been in the, you know." He tried to tell me I did a hit and run, and I said, "Sir, I don't even drive a car, nor do I own one." And as luck would have it, my dear friend from New York, who's a lawyer, and I said, "Listen," I said to her, I said, he's telling me that I did a hit and run. I said, "I don't own a car. I don't drive." And she says, she let him know that she would fly it there to represent me if anything happened.
Yeah. No, Norm told me that my car was going to be in need of repair, and it was going to cost more than the car was worth. Probably a week or so after he told me that, I was on my way home from Hampstead, New Hampshire, coming down 111, and 111 can be pretty desolate,
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
Definitely.
And I had just gotten into Nashua, and I could feel something was going on, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to drive home with 2 feet, you know, and hit the light. My car died. Long story short, I blew 3 of the 4 cylinders.
Wow. Well, okay.
I'm
Well,
surprised
Mary.
that many.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mary, I want to thank you for coming on at the last minute. I
Thank
hope
you.
you enjoyed it like I did.
I did. I
Did you have
enjoyed
fun?
it.
I did. I
All
did.
right.
I did.
And I have to say that you look fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know-
I lost
We have
over 20 pounds.
Dr. Jody McDonald coming on next week.
She's coming on next week?
Yeah. I
Good.
can never get, and you're coming on. And I have
I'm gonna
two
have a
people.
list of questions for her.
Good.
Oh, she's coming on.
She's an
next week?
herbalist, yeah.
I'm going to give you the envelope for her.
Okay.
Okay, that came back again.
Okay. Folks, thank you for all listening. I wish you to call in on us, and they,
Thank you.
we
Should
will
we
bring
tell
back
them?
in.
Should we tell them what the question was?
Yeah.
The answer to the question?
What was the special day of June 14th?
14th. Yes, it's Flag Day.
Yeah.
Oh, you gave it away. We're going to do it next week. She ruined it, Paul.
That's all right, we'll have something brand new and shiny for you.
It's
All
Flag
right.
Day, and it was Betsy Ross who made
That
the
made
first
the flag.
flag.
Yep.
Yeah. And she did it with a candle. You know what I'm saying?
With a candle.
Yeah, well, candlelight.
I can't hem a pair of pants, never mind make
Oh,
a
I
flag.
love sewing.
Do you?
Yeah. I like ironing and I like sewing. It's relaxing.
If you take those clothes out of the dryer fast enough, you don't have dye in them.
Wow. Everybody, have a good week. Remember, every day you're a winner. And I hope you enjoyed our show as much as we enjoyed doing
Yep, it
it.
was fun today.
You know, it was great. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, if
See
I
you
had
all
Mary
tomorrow.
give us a ride home, would that be easier for you to get yourself home?
Works for me.
Okay. Mary, can you give us a ride home?
Sure.
Sure. Okay,
Gary
we go.
live close?
I
Yeah.
lost you.
And I think it'll be a lot better for you when you can go.
too short and the day is too fast. The things you lean on are things that don't last. Well, it's just now and then my line gets cast into these time passages. There's something back there that you left behind. Oh, time passages. Buy me a ticket on the last train home tonight. Hear the echoes and feel yourself starting to turn. Don't know why you should feel that there's something to learn. It's just a game that you play. Well, the picture is changing now. You're part of a crowd. They're laughing at something and the music's loud. A girl comes towards you, you once used to know. You reach out your hand, but you're all alone in those time passages. I know you're in there, you're just